welcome to a new episode of Kiss and Tell Podcast. I'm your host, the Lion Man. Today's panel consists of Mike, 100,000 watts, Tommy, Taterbug Barnes, and Frank the Tank Branham. So I want to welcome all you guys and thank you for taking time out of your schedule to be part of the show. We appreciate it. I want to say that if you want to be a good person, hit the like button on the YouTube video. If you want to be a nice person, hit the subscribe button. If you want to be a awesome person, hit all three. On today's episode, we're going to determine what was the greatest rock ballad in history. 32 songs enter. Only one will be considered the greatest rock ballad of all time. The first round matchups will be brutal. If there's a tie, we will go to chart positions and number of weeks on that chart position to determine the winner. They know the songs in the matchup, but they don't know the matchups themselves. So our first matchup is the song Yesterday by the Beatles versus I Want to Know What Love Is by Foreigner. So we'll go Mike, Tommy, then Frank. Yesterday versus I Want to Know What Love Is.
I'm really upset that I'm going to vote against the Beatles, but I'm going to go with the way I like the single itself, not the group. So I'm going to go with Foreigner.
So we got to vote for I Want to Know What Love Is. Tommy?
Beatles were not my generation. I'm going Foreigner.
We got 2 votes for I Want to Know What Love Is over Yesterday. Very interesting. Frank?
Tommy nailed it, man. It's that's not my generation either with the Beatles, and it's great, but Foreigner, you're singing at the top of your lungs. It's a good song. So I'm afraid I'm going to tick a lot of Beatles fans off, but I got to go Foreigner as well.
I love it. You going to break Chris's heart. I love it.
Oh, my gosh. I can't believe that. Oh, my gosh.
Look at him. The tears are already flowing.
Oh, my gosh. People are mad.
It was a clean sweep.
I want to take my ball and go home. That's how I feel right now.
Well, that ended quick.
Yeah.
So the most recorded song in history gets beat in the first round. It's also the song on this list that spent the most weeks at number 1 with 8 weeks at number 1. But I'm voting Beatles like most sane people would, but I Want to Know What Love Is. We'll move on to the next round. So that's a good song, and it will move on to the next round. I can't believe I'm writing this. All right. Should be interesting. All right, our next matchup is REO Speedwagon, Keep On Loving You versus Every Rose Has Its Thorn by Poison.
I'm going on with Keep On Loving You. Keep On Loving You. That's the one I'm picking.
All right. REO Speedwagon with the vote.
I love you.
Yeah, I got very, very, very sick of Every Rose Has Its Thorn, so REO Speedwagon.
2 votes for the Speedwagon.
Must be, I don't know, something in the water between our homes here because I have to go the same thing. Keep On Loving You with REO. Every Rose, man, it gets a little cheesy, man, if you listen to so many times. I'm agreeing.
And I'm going to make it a clean sweep. I think that song by REO Speedwagon, when I hear that bridge in the song when he says, and I meant every word I said when I said that I love you, I meant that I'd love you forever. Every time I hear that, I get chills for some reason. I don't know why, even today. That's a great song, and we're all going to go REO Speedwagon, and they'll move on to the next round. The facts on Every Rose Has Its Thorn, it spent 3 weeks at number 1. Every Rose Has Its Thorn spent 3 weeks at number 1. So our next matchup. So Yesterday and Every Rose Has Its Thorn are out. When we started this contest, out of the 32 songs, only 13 had reached the number 1 spot, and 2 of them are already eliminated. So our next matchup is Boston's More Than a Feeling versus I Can't Help Falling in Love by Elvis Presley.
Oh my gosh. I'm going with I Can't Help Falling in Love by Elvis Presley all the way. Way better.
So we got to vote for the king.
Oh, yeah. Shit. 100% Elvis.
2 votes for the king.
That's such a hard one, man, because it's Elvis, man. I don't know. I guess I'll just mix it up a little bit and do a More Than a Feeling from Boston. But yeah, that was a hard one because classic Elvis. But I'll throw in More Than a Feeling Boston.
So 2 votes for Can't Help Falling in Love and 1 vote for More Than a Feeling. More Than a Feeling, one of the greatest rock songs ever recorded. Maybe the greatest album in rock history. But man, I can't vote against the king, brother. I got to go Elvis. And I Can't Help Falling in Love will go on to the next round. So More Than a Feeling is eliminated. And as we look at the chart success of More Than a Feeling, so what do you guys think was the highest chart position for the song More Than a Feeling by Boston?
I'd say top 10. I'll go number 7.
Tommy's got number 7. What about you, Frank?
Let's go 5.
5. Mike Watts?
12. No, 12.
So More Than a Feeling, peak position on the chart was number 5. So Frank got it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I knew it was top 10. I didn't want to take no chance on going any lower, though, because I didn't.
Yeah. It's More Than Words by Extreme versus Sweet Child of Mine by Guns N' Roses.
Oh.
I'm going with More Than Words Extreme.
Mike votes for Nuno Bettencourt.
Yeah, that was, I mean, Extreme, they were tremendously talented band. Especially Nuno. I mean, that guy was just incredible. And the More Than Words is all acoustic. I mean, it's just such a smooth song. But I mean, how can you go against GNR? You know, I'm gonna go Sweet Child.
Vote for Sweet Child of Mine or vote for More Than Words. Frank?
The time that Sweet Child came out, yeah, that just I was at that age where it was just like I just loved that song. More Than Words, it's a good song, but if you're trying to impress the girls and all that, yeah, you go with More Than Words. Going for better song, I think I go with Sweet Child.
2 votes for Sweet Child, 1 vote for More Than Words. I like Sweet Child of Mine. I like More Than Words. But one of those songs I got tired of hearing. And it wasn't Sweet Child of Mine. So I'm voting for Guns N' Roses. And they'll move on to the next round. More Than Words by Extreme reached the number 1 position and held that position for 1 week. So that's what, 3 number 1s already out of our contest?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we'll move on to the next matchup. The Beach Boys, God Only Knows versus Lady by Styx.
I'm going to go with Lady by Styx. Oh, man. That's a nice one.
2 great songs, yeah. So Mike votes for Lady by Styx.
I vote Lady, but not from Styx, from Kenny Rogers.
Lady, you're my knight and shining. I'm your knight.
Yeah, someone's a knight in shining armor.
Hey, it's all about gender equality, man.
Yeah. No, I go Lady.
We got 2 votes for Styx. Frank?
Yeah, I have to go also with Lady. It's one of those songs is a great song. Yeah. Let's go with it.
So that piano part that begins in Lady is so melancholy and it's so, I don't know, fixating. Because whenever I hear that, it just like immediately takes me away. I get like transformed into another time and place. But God Only Knows is one of my favorite Beach Boys songs of all time. So I'm going to go Beach Boys, God Only Knows. However, Lady will move on to the next round because it's got 3 votes. God Only Knows has 1 vote. We'll look at the chart success of God Only Knows by the Beach Boys. And surprising, because this is one of their biggest hits or not, I won't say biggest hits, but one of their more famous songs. And it only reached number 39 on the Billboard. And our next matchup is going to be Purple Rain by Prince versus Love of a Lifetime by Firehouse.
Oh,
Mike said, oh, man, I like me some Firehouse.
I know Prince is a great artist, but I'm going to go with Firehouse. Yeah, I'm going with
Mike. 100,000 watts surprises the peanut gallery and picks Firehouse over Prince. Oh, Mike. So we got to vote for Love of a Lifetime. We'll go down to Frank because I think Tater got abducted by aliens or something. We'll see.
I saw the ship, yeah.
Hopefully they're not probing him.
Well, yeah, if there's a way out of it, I'm sure I'll find a way. Firehouse was, not as big as some of their songs. They should have been a little bigger. But Purple Rain, man, that's an iconic song, and that's a great song.
The doggone thing was leaking on the floor.
I have to go with Purple Rain on
Sorry.
All right, so we got one vote for Firehouse's Love of a Lifetime. We got one vote for Prince's Purple Rain. Tommy, you're up.
Purple Rain and Love of a Lifetime?
And I'm not even going to tell you who voted Firehouse. I'll let you figure that out on your own.
Oh, my God. Hell, that's not even a contest. They got purple all the way.
Dang it!
So we got two votes for, what's Prince's real name? Nelson Rogers or something like that?
Yeah, something. Yeah.
So we got two votes for Prince. We got one vote somehow, some way for Firehouse. I mean, this matchup reminds me of that candy, M&M. And the M&M stands for mismatch. This is Prince all day, man.
No.
So let's look at the chart history of Love of a Lifetime.
I would say 22.
All right, what do you think, Frank?
Geez, which chart are we talking about? Top 20, top 100?
Billboard Top
Okay.
100.
Let's say 45.
So Frank's got 45, Mike's got 25. So Tommy, what do you think Love of a Lifetime, the peak position on the chart was? What number?
Oh, when year did that song come out? What?
88, 89, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, and that's a real chick song.
It was, man. It was.
Man, I'm gonna go 15.
So the highest position that Love of a Lifetime achieved on the chart was actually number 5.
Wow.
No.
Yeah, number 5.
I thought I was aiming high at 15.
Oh. All right, so our next matchup, the Rolling Stones song Angie versus Heaven by Warrant.
Hey, Mike, your dog's tail's smacking you in the face according to the camera.
Is that what that was? I thought his frog got excited.
No,
look at the puppy dog. Look at the puppy dog. Well, Mike, we got Angie by the Rolling Stones versus Heaven by Warrant.
I'm going to go with Angie with the Rolling Stones.
Great song. Great song. Here goes Angie. Tommy, you're up.
I'm finna tick a bunch of people off because I've seen these guys in concert several times. I'm going to give some love to the dear departed Janie Lane.
I got a picture of your house and Tater standing by the door.
By himself, I'm sure.
So we got a vote for Warrant, Heaven, and a vote for Angie. Frank?
Stones are never my band, but after listening to Warrant so many times, I still got to go with the Stones. Angie on that one.
We got 2 votes for Angie, and I'm also going to vote for Angie. So Angie will make it to the next round. And I want you guys to try to guess the peak chart position of the song Heaven by Warrant. So, Mike, what do you got up there?
Number 1?
Mike says number 1.
No. I'll go number 5. I go number 5 because that was a popular song.
Yeah, and it's a
Yeah.
really good song. I like that song
Oh
a
yeah,
lot.
it's an awesome song,
Yeah.
especially live in concert. They do that song as good as they do any of them.
So we got a number 1 and a number 5. What do you think, Frank?
I'll switch it up with Tommy this time, and I'll say 7.
And then number 7. So 1, 5, 7. Heaven's peak position on the Billboard Top 100 was actually number 2.
Oh right.
Okay.
So all you guys are pretty close there.
Yeah.
All right. So Mike was a little closer than anybody else, though. So Angie moves on to the next round. Our next matchup is Queen's "Somebody to Love" versus "Wish You Were Here" by Pink Floyd.
I'm voting "Wish You Were Here" by Pink Floyd.
So we got to vote for "Wish You Were Here." Bug.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go Queen. Even though they got a little opera, a little opera going there during that song, but I do like that song.
So Tater was complaining before the show about "Somebody to Love" being on the countdown, making the list, and now he votes for it. Y'all see what I have to deal with? All right,
He's
Frank.
just mad because the Beatles lost.
It's gonna take some getting over.
Yeah, I'm really mad.
Yeah, I'm going Queen. Somebody love that song. The way it builds, you need somebody to love. It's a great song. Pink Floyd. I don't know. I had my time with Pink Floyd, but and as far as ballads, I had somebody to love.
So 2 votes for "Somebody to Love," 1 vote for "Wish You Were Here." I like "Somebody to Love," but it doesn't hit me in the heart like "Wish You Were Here" does. So I'm going to go Pink Floyd, and it's a tie. We have a first tie of the contest, and so I'm going to go to Billboard chart to see who moves on. So "Somebody to Love" by Queen. Let me find it here. Its peak position is number 16 on the Billboard, which is kind of surprising. I thought it'd be higher than that. So it finished at number 16. The "Wish You Were Here" was never released as a single. So "Somebody to Love" will move on because Pink Floyd never released that song as a single.
Holy crap. That's awful.
It is awful. That could have potentially been the number 1. But if you don't release it, you'll never know.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
All right, our next matchup is "Beth" by Kiss versus "Heaven" by Bryan Adams.
Maybe I want to move to Canada one day. I don't know. Let me see.
Mike, you're all that I want when you're lying here in my arms. I'm finding it hard to believe we're in Canada.
That is a pretty good song by Bryan Adams, wouldn't you think? You think this should be a tie? I guess I'm going Beth with Kiss. I'm going to vote for Beth.
So one of the original rock ballads ever released, one of the earliest ones. Beth gets a vote from Mike. Tater
But that's a good competition.
Yeah, it is. It's both really great songs.
Yeah. I've seen Bryan Adams twice in concert. I mean, the guy's just phenomenal. Live and he's one of them artists that you can just throw one of his albums on and listen to the whole thing.
Yes.
I mean, because he does he's great. Yeah, that is kind of tough because I am a Kiss Army guy, but I've seen Bryan live in concert several times. The guy is just he just does great music. I'm pretty sure where this is going to go, but I think I'm going to have to give him some love, even though I love Kiss. I thought Beth was a great song, but I'm going to go Bryan Adams.
So Tommy does not hear Beth calling. He goes Heaven of Bryan Adams. So 1 vote for Heaven, 1 vote for Beth. Frank, you're up.
Well, as rock ballads, I mean, it was one of the originals, like you said. I have to go Kiss with Beth. and it kind of steered everybody else in that direction. And then you see how it went for them, and everybody had to do it. So yeah, I'll go Kiss.
So 2 votes for Beth, 1 vote for Bryan Adams. I'm like Tommy. I got a lot of affinity for Bryan Adams. I love his music. I love his sound. He's a great performer. But I'm going to go with the originators. I'm going Beth. And Beth will move on to the next round.
Oh, Canada Falls.
Not as bad as Liverpool falling.
Yeah. Oh, that's classic. I love it.
Oh, gosh. All right. Our next matchup, gentlemen, is maybe the first rock ballad in music history, Thank You by Led Zeppelin, versus Cheap Trick's The Flame.
Well, I do like both of these, but I'm going to go with Thank You with Led Zeppelin before I change my mind, because I always vote against Led Zeppelin. But I'm going with Thank You.
All right, so we got a vote for Zepp.
What was the matchup again? Because when you said Led Zeppelin, my mind automatically just went to them.
All right, it was Thank You from Led Zeppelin versus Cheap Trick, The Flame.
Oh, yeah, Zeppelin.
So we got 2 votes. 2 votes for Thank You.
It's simple as that. It's Zeppelin, man. Great band, great song.
So remember, always to say please and thank you, because I'm going to say thank you too. It's going to be a clean sweep. Thank you will move to the next round. We're going to look at the chart position for The Flame by Cheap Trick. Mike, what do you think the peak position for The Flame was on the Billboard charts?
18.
18?
18.
Okay. Number 18, Tommy?
Man, I know this is basically album this is radio, right?
This is a radio play.
Billboard, yes. Billboard, yeah.
Yes.
I never really kept up with it, but I remember that song was forever on MTV, and I never really cared that much for it. I mean, it was a good song. Man, I'm gonna at least go 10.
Number 10? All right, Frank?
Stinks. Let's see. I'll go a little higher than that. I think maybe 12.
All right, so The Flame by Cheap Trick, its peak position on the Billboard charts was number 1. It spent 1 week.
Kidding?
It spent
Really?
1 week at number 1. So another number 1 song has fallen.
Well, I mean, you stop and think about it. If The Flame can go to number 1, I mean, it's not that surprising. How many times was New Kids on the Block at number 1?
Well, you're not wrong.
That's a good point, Tater. Good
Yeah,
point.
I mean, that doesn't really mean it's good.
All right, this next one is really tough because both of these songs are just A-level excellent songs. And the first one is Don't Know What You've Got Till It's Gone by Cinderella versus Freebird by Leonard Skinner.
Oh, man, so you
Freebird
suck,
kills
man.
that.
That
I like
is,
Cinderella, but Freebird kills it.
That
So,
ain't right,
We
man.
got to
That
vote
ain't
for
right.
Freebird. Mike's leaving here tomorrow.
Dude, you do this to them every time we have one of these contests. You put them in it's like you know they're going to lose in the first round.
Who are you talking about?
I'm talking about you. Every time Cinderella's on the thing, you do it to them, man. I mean, God, these guys
Tommy!
had great music.
Tommy, this is only the second time they've ever been on this show, man.
No, man, no. We've had them on here a couple of times. I love Skinner. Freebird's a great song, but you got to give love to that band because, man, they get overlooked every time we talk about them.
So Tommy's going, Don't Know What You Got Till It's Gone. 1 vote Skinner, 1 vote Cinderella. Frank's up.
Yeah, I think Cinderella gets overlooked everywhere. I think
really.
mostly because their name. I think because I mean, for a band name, that's a stupid name. But
Yeah,
they had a lot of good songs.
Hey.
And just Tom Kiefer's voice, you know, he was made for rock ballads.
Oh, yeah, man. That guy was fantastic.
Yeah. But man, it's Skinner, man.
Oh,
That's a hard one, man. So
he said
I'm going Skinner because I can't say no Skinner to anything. And I've got my greatest hit Cinderella CD that I got back in who knows when. But man, it's still Skinner. So yeah, I'm going with that one.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I love Freebird. I love Skinner. I'm Southern all the way, man. I love that stuff. But it seems like every time Cinderella's on the show, every time we talk about him, they always wind up losing in the first round.
I think the last time they were on here, their first round matchup was against Motley Crue for the greatest metal band.
I mean, it's always something like that. It can't be against a sucky band like Enough's Enough or something like that.
Oh, talk about that.
Watch your language, Tommy.
Danger, some crap like that, you know.
He had to go there against Enough's Enough, man. They wouldn't bother nobody. Tommy, why'd you bring them in?
Oh, man.
They were asking for when it had enough Zun.
Yeah, exactly. Once you mashed them up with Skinner, you knew that.
So 2 votes Skinner, 1 vote Cinderella. I'm like Tommy. I love Cinderella. I love their sound, but I got to go Freebird too, man. So Freebird will move on to the next round.
Poor guys.
It's Aerosmith's I Don't Want to Miss a Thing from the soundtrack to the movie Armageddon versus Goo Goo Dolls' Iris.
That's a tough one. I'm going to go Goo Goo Dolls, Iris.
And Iris is from the movie with Nicolas Cage about him being the angel in Los Angeles.
City of Angels. City of Angels.
Thank you, Tommy. Yeah. So battle of 2 soundtrack songs here. Mike goes Goo Goo Dolls.
Perry kind of drives me nuts a little bit. So I'm going to go, Tyler drives me nuts a little bit. So I'm going to go Goo Goo Dolls.
2 votes for the Goo Goos. Right?
Yeah. Remember when I first met my wife, I took her a few shows, would see Godsmack or whatever, and she wanted to see a show. She took me to Goo Goo Dolls, and I was like, what the hell is going on here? I'm looking for there's no pit in here. What the hell's going on? But it turned out good. Liked it, and it was easy to get up to the front, a whole lot easier than going to the front of a Megadeth show. But love Aerosmith. The song's all right. I'll go. I'm like an Iris as well. Kind of reminds me of when I was first dating my wife.
So Iris will move on. I'm also going to vote Iris. So it goes on to the next round. So let's look at the chart position for Don't Know What You Got and for Don't Want to Miss a Thing. I forgot to do that one. So what's your guys' guess on Don't Know What You Got Till It's Gone's chart position, Mike?
Maybe it went number 1.
So Mike's got a number 1 vote.
I'm going to stick with my number 5.
Tater's got number 5. Frank?
Let's go 10.
The peak position for Don't Know What You Got Till It's Gone on the U.S. Billboard chart was actually number 12.
Oh, wow.
But now, what about Aerosmith's I Don't Want to Miss a Thing? Well, you got that one at, Mike.
I'm still going number 1. The price is right.
So Mike's got a number 1. Taterbug?
I'll stay at 5.
Number 5. Frank?
The way they pushed that song, the fact it was in the movie and all that, it became real popular. So I don't recall it being number 1, but I'll say it may have hit number 1.
All right. So the peak position for I Don't Want to Miss a Thing was actually number 1, where it spent 4 weeks at number 1. And to this day, it's still Aerosmith's only number 1 hit of their career. The song was written by Jennifer Warner. If you remember the song from a movie called An Officer and a Gentleman that went number 1, where she was singing a duet with Joe Cocker called Love Lift Us Up Where We Belong. She's the girl that sings that song. She's also the girl that sings the song in the movie Dirty Dancing, I've Had the Time of My Life. She's the girl that singing that duet. I think it's with the guy from the Righteous Brothers. I believe it's the other person singing. And she's also a big songwriter. So she wrote this song for Aerosmith. She also wrote a couple of songs for Kiss. Where we're at here is the Eagles' Desperado versus Night Ranger's Sister Christian.
Oh.
Sister Christian, all the time has come. And Mike knows that he's. Where you going, Mike?
Oh, Desperado. I really do like that jam. Of course, I got a lot of respect for the Eagles. I always vote for them. But for just the song itself, just songs, they're going up against a song. So Sister Christian, I'm going to go with that. I like that sound. I like that.
Mike's motoring. What's his price for flight? All right, I'm here.
Yeah, Desperado was a great song. It wasn't one of their best songs, but I mean, it is a good song. But man, I'm taking Night Ranger just for Gillis' solo in that song. I mean, it's just fantastic.
Yeah, it's hard to vote against Brad, huh? So 2
Hell
votes for
yeah.
Night Ranger. Right?
Yeah, we're on the same track there, and you know, I can't imagine voting against the Eagles, but damn if I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
It's Night Ranger, Sister Christian. That's man. Everybody knows that. So everyone knows Desperado too. But I mean, which song do you hear more still? I hear Sister Christian constantly now. Still.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's go Night Ranger.
It's
Sister Christian.
iconic 80s.
Yeah.
Iconic 80s song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Gillis does rock, man. He's good.
Yeah. He is awesome.
So the drummer / singer that sings that song is Kelly Kegel, I believe. I hope I'm not mispronouncing his name. But
everybody gets lost, you know, 'cause everybody remembers Gillis.
yeah. I always remember Gillis and Jack Blades because I like Jack Blades too. Desperado's a great song, but damn, when the drums start kicking in on Sister Christian at the beginning, that just gets your whole heart racing, man.
Yeah.
And you just like, oh, hell yeah, I like where this song's going. So even though Desperado's a great song, I'm voting Sister Christian on this, brother. So Night Ranger will knock out the Eagles in the first round. That doesn't happen every day. So, Mike, what do you think the peak chart position for Desperado was?
8.
So we got a number 8 for Mike. Tommy Barnes?
I'm going to go 10. Like I said, it wasn't one of their best songs, but, I mean, it was a good song. So
Okay.
I'll go 10.
And Frank?
I'd say 5 because, you know, the equivalent of the hipsters at that time when it came out, or they loved that song. So I'll say a little bit better. So let's go 5.
So the highest peak chart performance for Desperado was it never charted because the Eagles never released it as a single.
Oh, wow.
So you can't chart if your song isn't released. So that's 2 songs today that potentially could have hit number 1 if released by the band. Rolling Stones did a poll a few years back where they voted, had people vote on their favorite Eagles songs of all time, and Desperado came in at number 2 for the most favorite Eagles song of all time, and of course, Hotel California was number 1.
Really?
Yes. So
Desperado?
yeah, when you think of rock ballads, this is the band that usually comes to your mind before anybody. This is Journey, Open Arms versus, the big boys are coming out to play now, Mike. The Police, Every Breath You Take.
Oh, shit.
Oh, Every Breath You Take.
Going with Open Arms.
Versus Open Arms. So Mike's going Steve Perry, Neil Sean, and Open Arms.
They're going to crush the Police.
This is rock ballads. I mean, this is one where, you know, if I've got my girl with me and she's wanting to dance, I think I'm gonna have to go with Open Arms.
2 votes for Open Arms. Frank's up.
That's a hard
It's
one, like
hard.
you said, man.
Yeah,
It's
it's hard. It's hard.
Journey
Man.
and Police. Good Lord, man. I think as a technical kind of band thing, you know, it's like as far as like, you know, the Police were just, they kicked ass. You know, they were on top of everything. They were so good. And you can see the plan for the song. You know, it's almost like it was scientifically made. And Journey was more, you know, it's like a feeling thing, you know. And so I think with rock ballads, yeah, I have to go with Open Arms. But man, I love the Police, and I love Every Breath You Take. It was one of those songs you'd have on a mixtape that you make sure that when someone's coming over, you have the song available.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Let's go Open Arms.
All right, so Journey will move on. My vote would be for the Police. The Police are always one of my favorite bands of all time, and it's interesting that Frank mentions the technicality of the musicians in the Police. Mike, if you ever get a chance, try to learn how to play the chord progression to Every Breath You Take by the Police, because there's some diminished chords in there, and it's like so physically hard to get your fingers to stretch and to play those chords. And he does, and Andy Sumner does it so effortlessly and makes it look so simple. But as a guitarist, you're like struggling to reach those chords and diminished chords that he's using in that song. And the Police are just an amazing band. I will go for Every Breath You Take, but Journey will move on. So now I want to have you guys vote on the peak position of Every Breath You Take. Mike, what's your peak position for that song?
3.
Number 3. Okay. Tommy?
Yeah, 5.
Number 5. Okay.
Yeah.
Frank?
And I'll throw out 2. I don't remember number 1, but I'll go 2.
So the highest charting peak position for Every Breath You Take was number 1, and it stayed number 1 for 8 weeks.
Wow.
So
it's a great song.
Yesterday and Every Breath You Take stayed at number 1 longer than any other song in this contest, and they both are gone. They're both eliminated.
I only feel bad about one of them, though.
What? No love for the Beatles.
You guys. All right. Our next matchup is Nazareth Love Hurts versus I'll Be There For You by Bon Jovi. Love hurts. Mike Watts.
This is going to hurt Nazareth's feelings. I'm going with Jovi.
So Mike's going to be there for Bon Jovi. He's going to hurt Nazareth's feelings.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to have to hide my face on this one because this is my girlfriend's favorite song. Yeah, Jovi.
Oh, 2 votes for John
Nazareth
Bon Jovi.
Love Hurts was an all right song. I mean, it wasn't great, you know. But, yeah, I'll give Jovi some love on that one. They did a good job on that song. Look at Chris's face. He's still mad about the damn Beatles.
All right, Frank, you're up.
Well, let's not say that we're giving John Bon Jovi some love. Let's say it's for Richie Sambora. So I'll go that way.
Yeah.
I'll Be There For You. Yeah, Love Hurts is a good song, but yeah, you're right. It's not.
I'll Be There For You moves on. I'm voting Love Hurts. I think Love Hurts is a great song. I think Bon Jovi's I'll Be There For You is just an okay song. But Love Hurts is gone. Mike Watts, give me a peak chart position for Love Hurts.
It's going to hurt their feelings again. 7.
7? Okay, Tommy.
10.
Frankie.
15.
The highest peak position for Love Hurts was number 8.
No.
All right, so we are going to our last matchup of the first round. And it is the Who's Behind Blue Eyes versus Def Leppard's Hysteria. No one knows what it's like to be the Mike Watts.
Even though I love some Def Leppard, I'm going to go with Blue Eyes.
Mike goes, Behind Blue Eyes.
Yes, sir.
All right, Tommy.
Besides Animal, the only listenable song on Hysteria was Hysteria. And if anybody has seen the episodes in the past, I despise the Who, the Who, whoever you want to call it.
The Hue of the Who.
I hate the Who. So I'm going Hysteria, even though I hate that album.
Hysteria when you're near. All right, Frank.
Yeah, I'm not a big Who fan either, man. As many good songs they have. And yeah, the Leopard, love Def Leppard. It was one of my first bands that I ever really followed. But yeah, that album was bad. I mean, it was not their, well, I don't say bad. It wasn't their greatest, so put it that way. It was, when you're used to Pyromania or High and Dry, that was Def Leppard. But yeah, it's not a big Who fan, so I'm going to have to go with Hysteria as well.
2 votes for Hysteria. I like Hysteria, but I think Behind Blue Eyes is a better song. So I'm going the Who's Behind Blue Eyes. That means we got a tie. So we're going to have to go to the Billboard charts to see who will advance.
Hey, we win. We win.
So
Right, we win.
the song Hysteria peaked on the Billboard chart at number 10.
Yeah.
Behind Blue Eyes peaked at the charts at number 34. So Hysteria.
That makes sense. Yeah.
So we are out of the first round. Now we're down to the Sweet 16. And some notable songs that got knocked out of the first round. Yesterday by the Beatles.
Who?
Desperado by the Eagles. Love Hurts by Nazareth.
It hurt me.
More Than a Feeling by Boston. Every Rose Has Its Thorn by Poison.
It didn't bother me a bit.
Every Breath You Take by The Police.
Yeah, that hurt.
Wish You Were Here by Pink Floyd.
Yeah.
Those were probably the most notable songs that got knocked out in the first round.
Don't forget Firehouse.
You forgot to mention somebody.
Oh, Cinderella. Don't know what you got till it's gone.
That's right. Yeah.
Sorry, Tommy. All right, so we're going to the Sweet 16. Our first matchup is I Want to Know What Love Is by Foreigner versus Lady by Styx.
Ooh.
I'm going to go with Lady.
So Mike's going Dennis DeYoung and Tommy Shaw. Tommy, you're up.
I'm going to go Foreigner.
Tommy wants to know what love is, and he chooses Foreigner.
Foreigner, I think, has the edge on this one. Yeah, Styx, right? Foreigner, man, you grab that air mic and you're singing at the top of your lungs with it. Yeah, Foreigner.
This is really close for me. Both songs are great. I'm going to go Foreigner by a hair. So I Want to Know What Love Is. We'll move on to the next round. So we're going to look at the chart position of Lady. Mike, what do you think the peak position for Ladies was on the chart?
9.
Number 9?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll stay with 5.
5. All right, Frank.
I'll throw out a 10.
The highest chart position, the highest peak position on the chart for Lady was number 6.
Hey.
So good job, Tommy. You grew closer. Yeah. All right, our next matchup is Keep On Loving You by REO Speedwagon versus Prince's Purple Rain.
I really just never liked the song Purple Rain all that much. I like Prince as the artist. I like Prince in the Revolution. I like all his jams, really. I'm not giving Prince no love this time either, so I'm going the other way.
We got to vote for REO Speedwagon's Keep On Loving You. Tommy?
Oh, man.
Good job, Mike.
I'm trying to explain myself.
Purple Rain. It's not even a contest.
So Tommy chooses your purple royalty.
Tommy's not wrong, man. It's not that close. I mean, I got nothing against REO, and that's a good song. But yeah, it's Purple Rain. It's a great song.
2 votes for Prince, 1 for REO Speedwagon. God, I love both songs.
Yeah. REO's a great band. I mean, I'm not dogging them out. I mean, but they're going up against probably one of the greatest performers of all time.
Exactly. Yeah, it's hard to argue that. Yeah.
Just based upon musicianship, I'll go Prince. I'll go Purple Rain. So Purple Rain will advance to the next round. So Mike, what's the peak chart position for Keep On Loving You?
3.
Number 3. Okay.
I'll go 1 up. I'll go 6. But it wouldn't surprise me if they hit number 1. That was a real popular song back then.
So we got number 3 and number 6. Frank?
I say it hit number 1.
So the highest peak position for the song Keep On Loving You was number 1, where it spent 2 weeks at number 1. So Frank, winner, chicken dinner. All right, our next matchup. Oh, man, this is a toughie. Angie by the Rolling Stones versus I Can't Help Falling in Love with You by Elvis Presley.
I'm going with Elvis Presley again, big baby. I can't help it.
Mike says I'm voting Elvis again. Thank you very much.
Oh, yeah, the king all the way.
Frank, you're up.
You can almost judge it just from the very start of the song. It's like you got Elvis, wise men, so, you got that smooth voice, and then you got the Stones. Angie! It's just like, well, that's a little different, but
Angie!
there you go, yeah. And, nothing else. Stones weren't my band, but Elvis was past my time too. But I can't help falling in love, Elvis. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
My wife would divorce me, I think, if I wanted to get Elvis. Yeah.
So 3 votes for the king. I like Angie a lot. It's a great song, but I'm going with the king again. So it's a sweep for Elvis. He'll move on to the next round.
Hey, Lion
Yeah.
Man. Angie? It sounds like his voice sounds like it's Axl Rose's grandmama singing it.
So Mike, tell me the highest peak position on the chart for Angie.
Oh, 3.
3. Okay. Frank, what you got?
Angie, 12.
12. Tommy?
5.
5. Angie's highest peak performance on the chart was number 1, where it spent 1 week at number 1.
Dang it.
Queen, Somebody to Love versus Sweet Child of Mine by Guns N' Roses.
Dang it, man. Somebody to Love by Queen. I gotta vote for him.
Fine, Mike, somebody to love. All right, Tom.
Yeah, I'm going JNR.
Another vote for Guns N' Roses. We got 1 vote for Queen, 1 vote for GNR. Frank?
Jeez, man. They're both on the same level. I have to go with Queen, man, because I love Guns N' Roses. That Somebody Love. I think it edges it out.
All right, 2 votes for Queen, 1 vote for GNR.
No, it's 3 votes for Queen because we know which way you're going. I cannot believe GNR is going to lose to Queen.
I do love Queen as a band way more than GNR. I don't even think that's close. And Queen's way more talented on every level than GNR. But I like Sweet Child of Mine better than Somebody to Love. So we're tied.
Wow.
Two,
Holy crap. I
Yeah.
eat my words.
2 votes for Queen, 2 votes for GNR. So we got to go with the chart, boys. We got to go with the chart. So Somebody to Love. Somebody to Love peaked on the Billboard charts at number 16. Sweet Child of Mine peaked at number 1. So Sweet Child of Mine will move on.
Wow.
Did not see that one coming, huh?
No, I did not.
That's why
Queen got spanked.
That's why you don't count your chickens to the hatch, Taterbug. Our next matchup is Beth by Kiss versus Sister Christian by Night Ranger.
I'm such a Kiss fan. And I know rock ballads. Everybody thinks of Beth, but I'm going Sister Christian. God, I hate to vote against Kiss, but I'm going Sister Christian.
Not only did you vote against Kiss, you voted against your boy behind me, Peter Criss.
Yeah, I know.
All right, Tommy.
Yeah, definitely Sister Christian.
So we got.
I like Beth. I mean, it you know, the girls just absolutely love that song, and that's great, you know. But as far as comparing the two songs, I think Sister Christian is a lot better.
So 2 lifelong members of the Kiss Army vote Sister Christian. All right, Frank.
Well, sometimes when better is better, you know, you gotta admit it. You know, I love Kiss too. I'm never in a Kiss Army, but yeah, Sister Christian, Night Ranger. That was their song. But yeah, Sister Christian.
So Sister Christian will move on, and I too will also vote Sister Christian. So it's a sweep for Night Ranger.
Man, Peter got spanked.
He did, man. He got spanked. He got spanked by Kelly Kegel. All right.
I don't think there's an L in there.
You might have to edit this out.
Oh, God.
You know, if it kept going, it was going to turn into something.
Right.
Chris got to edit now.
Don't feed the bear. Don't feed the bear. All right, this next matchup's really tough, boys. It's Thank You by Led Zeppelin versus Open Arms by Journey.
Well, this is justified this time voting against Led Zeppelin. I'm going Open Arms, Journey all the way with confidence.
Mike opens his arms and votes for Journey. Tommy.
Well, like I said, I mean, these are ballads, so you got to kind of put yourself in a certain situation. You know, I mean, if you're listening to it, if I'm listening to it in the car, I want Zeppelin. But if I'm out on the dance floor, I'm going to want Journey. You know, because it's a slow dance song. So yeah, I'm gonna go Journey.
2 votes for Open Arms.
I love Zeppelin.
I'm going Zeppelin. I can't.
Whoa!
We got 2 votes for Journey, 1 Zeppelin.
Well, that's why I say you got to put yourself in a certain situation. What kind of, you know, where are you at? Or if you're on the dance floor, you want Journey. If you're in the car, you want Zeppelin. I mean,
I'm going to go Open Arms too by a hair. And Open Arms will move on to the next round. So, Mike, give me your peak chart position for Thank You by Led Zeppelin.
8.
Number 8. All right, Tommy?
I'll go 10.
10. Frank?
Let's go 6.
So, Thank You by Led Zeppelin never charted. They never released it as a single.
Okay.
So, once again, another great song that was never released by the band.
As soon as I said 6, I was like, wait, I don't remember that as a single.
And this is Leonard Skinner's Freebird versus I'll Be There For You by Bon Jovi. If Mike leaves here
Leonard
tomorrow.
Yes, I'm leaving Leonard behind. I'm going with Jovi all the way again.
Mike's living on a prayer and voting Bon Jovi. Woo. Oh, Lord. Bon Jovi should have never made it out of the first round. And here they are again. All right, Tommy.
I'll be there for you.
I'll Be There For You was a good song. New Jersey was a good album. But come on. I mean, I wanted to vote for Freebird the last round, but you put them up against the only band that keeps getting shunned. So I'm definitely going Zeppelin.
Oh, you mean Skinner?
Yeah, Skinner. What the hell am I talking about?
All right. Freebird got a vote, and Jovi got a vote.
All right, so clearly that frog that's behind Mike is one of those ones that induces hallucinogenic trips.
Yeah, the poison dart frog.
Yeah.
We are going Skinner. I'm sorry. It's sorry, Mike. Yeah, Bon Jovi, yeah, it's good, and it's also back then, you wanted to be with the girls, you played the Bon Jovi, but Skinner is a better song, or Freeber's a better song.
Yeah, and I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this because it doesn't deserve a lot of time. I'm going Freebird too. So Freebird will move on to the next round.
That's messed up.
I just don't feel like why I have to justify picking Freebird over I'll Be There For You.
Maybe because it lasts 8 minutes.
Yeah, they could have cut about 4 minutes out of that damn solo.
Yeah, they
That's
could
right.
cut 3 minutes and 50 seconds easy.
Okay, Mike Watts, tell us the peak position for I'll Be There For You on the Billboard chart.
About 11.
11? Okay. Taterbug?
I don't know. That was a pretty popular song. I'll go 3.
Number 3? Frank?
Yeah, it was a popular song. I don't recall it hitting number 1. I'll go 5.
So the highest peak chart performance for I'll Be There For You by Bon Jovi was number 1, where it spent two weeks at number 1. Is the Goo Goo Dolls' Iris versus Def Leppard Hysteria.
Def Leppard's getting spanked, baby, because it's Iris all the way.
Mike said, is there something in my iris? And he votes Goo Goo Dolls.
Yeah, definitely Goo Goo Dolls on this one. Hysteria is a good song. It's not a great song by no means. That whole album was pretty bad, but there was 2 songs that was worth listening to, and that just happened to be one of them. But yeah, I'm going Goo Goo Dolls.
2 votes for the Goo Goo Dolls.
Yeah, Tommy's right, and I mean, unfortunately, I have to keep saying Goo Goo Dolls, but yeah, I'll throw my vote that way as well.
Speaking of bad names, Frank.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to vote Iris too. So Iris will move on. So Mike, so the first matchup in the Great 8 is I Want to Know What Love Is versus Sister Christian.
Well, you don't have to know what it is anymore because Sister Christian's going to crush it.
So Sister Christian's time has come. And Mike votes Sister Christian.
Yeah, Sister Christian knows what love is.
2 votes for Brad Gillis and the boys. Frank?
Well, I think we figured out what love is then, and it is Sister Christian.
Oh, yeah. I like that play on words there. And I'm going to make it a clean sweep. Believe it or not, Sister Christian sweeps its way into the Final 4.
Yeah,
good job.
That's going to be hard. That right there, that's going to be a hard song to beat. I mean.
All right, so our next matchup is Purple Rain versus Open Arms.
The reason why I'm not voting for Purple Rain pretty much is because it's another 9-minute song. It's just I don't like songs that keep on and on and on and on and on. So I'm going Open Arms, Journey.
So Mike continues the streak of voting against Prince and chooses Open Arms by Journey. Tommy, you're up.
Yeah, like I said, the only reason why I keep voting for Journey over some of the other bands is because, like I said, you had to put yourself in situation. You know, you're listening to ballads, you know, but I don't give a damn if I'm in the car or if I'm on the dance floor picking Purple Rain.
So Tommy's staying strong with Prince.
Yeah, you have to stay strong with Prince, and that's one of his greatest songs, and he had a lot of good songs. Purple Rain, yeah, it's we all love Journey, but and I got to go Purple Rain.
All right, and I too will go Purple Rain. So Journey's journey has come to an end. Mike, we're going back to I Want to Know What Love Is, and I want you to tell me the peak position on the.
I'll go 3.
All right, number 3, Frank.
May not have been one, but I'll go 5.
So I Want to Know What Love Is by Foreigners. Peak position on the Billboard chart was number 1, where it stayed there for 3 weeks. The highest peak chart position for Journey's Open Arms was number 2. Tommy got it.
Nice.
All right, so now we're going to the next matchup. Freebird by Leonard Skinner versus I Can't Help Falling in Love by Elvis Presley.
Oh, dude.
I'm going the King the whole way. I Can't Help Falling in Love by Elvis Presley.
So
Sorry, Leonard.
Mike Watts can't help falling in love with the King, and he picks Elvis.
Well, I don't really feel like a traitor going either way here. So I got to stay with Elvis. I got to.
We got 2 votes for Elvis the Pelvis. Frank, you're up.
Just because I think I know which way Chris is going, I'm going to go with Skinner because I think, much the way Tommy did Cinderella, I don't want to see Skinner get swept. So that's a hard one. That's a coin toss. But I guess as far as if I'm listening to him, I think I'd rather, like you said, like in the car or something like that. Yeah, if you're slow dancing, oh yeah, it's the King. But I'll go Skinner.
2 of the more popular songs ever recorded.
The anguish is palpable.
He looks like that picture now, Mike.
Right? I'm going to go Freebird by a hair.
Oh, my goodness.
And we are tied 2-2. Freebird peak position on the charts was number 19.
Wow. I'm really shocked.
Elvis's peak performance with Can't Help Falling in Love with You was number 1, where it stayed there for 4 weeks. So Elvis will move on.
Hey,
I can't believe Freebird was only number 19. That's insane.
I know.
That's insane.
You know why it's number 19? Because it's 19 minutes long.
Oh, God, Mike. Our last matchup of the Great 8 is Goo Goo Dolls' Iris versus Sweet Child of Mine by Guns N' Roses.
Ain't nothing sweet about that child. I'm going to go with Iris.
He's going with the Goo Goo Clusters. He's going Iris.
I do like the Goo Goo Dolls song. I mean, that's probably one of the few songs that they did that I did like. Yeah, but I can't go against GNR, so I'm gonna go Sweet Child.
Vote for Sweet Child. Vote for Iris. Frank.
That's my thinking too. And Sweet Child of Mine, like I said, when it was first round, it was one of those early songs in my youth that really loved. And honestly, if I have to say Goo Goo Dolls anymore, it's like, well, call it a night. So you'd go with GNR.
2 votes GNR, 1 vote Goo Goo Dolls. I like Iris. I think it's a great song. One of the better songs of the 90s. I'm just not a big fan of the 90s anyway, but that was one of the better songs of that decade. But this is pretty easy. This is Sweet Child of Mine all day. So Guns N' Roses will advance to the next. Mike, what do you think the peak position for Iris was on the chart?
Number 1.
We got a vote for number one, Tommy.
I think we at the end, getting close to the end of them number ones. It was a popular song. Like I said, it was a great song. One of the few that they did that I liked. I'm gonna shoot at number 5.
I think that could have hit number 1. Yeah.
All right, so we got 2 votes for number 1. The highest peak chart position for Iris by the Goo Goo Dolls was number 9.
9.
Whoa.
Number 9.
Hey,
It's an honor just to make it this far. We started with 32. We're down to 4. So if you made it this far, you're a hell of a song, no matter what happens.
We got some good songs here. Yeah.
So first matchup in the Final Four is Night Ranger's Sister Christian versus Elvis Presley's Can't Help Falling in Love.
I'm going to go not so much on who I love right now because I love Elvis, you know. But, oh, God, the rock ballad, the one and only is Sister Christian. I got to vote against Elvis.
So Mike votes against his Tennessee roots and chooses Night Ranger.
He was from Mississippi.
He grew up in Memphis, Mike. Quit trying to change it.
He didn't move to Memphis till he was 13.
That's right. But he grew up and he went to high school in Memphis. In fact, he went to Humes High School in Memphis, I believe.
Oh, man.
All
God,
right.
I can't believe I did that. Sister Christian.
He actually drove a truck for a company I used to work for.
Really?
Yeah, town.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel like I need to run and hide to say this, but I'm gonna go Night Ranger.
2 votes for Night Ranger over the King. Oh,
Yeah.
my God. Y'all are going to get chased
Yeah,
out of the state of Tennessee.
I know.
You're going to
Yeah,
get
when you
chased
look
out.
at when you look
Good
at
thing I live in Florida.
I guess when you look at the 2 different groups, because the ones who would listen to more Elvis are completely different than the ones who listen to a lot of Night Ranger.
Yeah.
There's completely different songs, and they're both great songs. But if we're talking good ballad, I got to go with you guys. You fellas are right. It's much you hate to go against Elvis. Sister Christian was.
So
the
Sister Christian will move on to the championship matchup. I'm going to vote Elvis to show him love. I don't know if it mattered who I'd vote for because I love both songs. But I'm going to show the King some love. I'm going to vote Elvis, but Night Ranger will move on to the next round. Our next matchup is Prince's Purple Rain versus Guns N' Roses' Sweet Child of Mine.
Well, here you go, Prince. Oh, what? We're going to vote for Purple Rain this time. Because we're putting to bed Sweet Child of Mine.
So Mike never meant to cause Guns N' Roses any sorrow, but he's picking Prince.
Yeah, I love GNR. I mean, that's one of their songs, their iconic songs that you love. But so yeah, I'm going Prince.
Another vote for Purple Rain. Frank?
Yeah, Purple Rain. I was definitely a GNR kid growing up. But man, you got to know when the song's just a better song. I don't know. Maybe it's just the way he's performing it. I don't know. The soul in it, the feel. Is that ballad? Yeah, it's a great song. Yeah, Prince, definitely.
So it's going to be a sweep for Prince. So Guns N' Roses not only loses, but they get swept out of the Final Four by Prince and Purple Rain. National championship game to determine the greatest rock ballad in rock history. In one corner, we got Sister Christian by Night Ranger. And in the other corner, we got Prince and his Purple Rain. So who will be crowned greatest rock ballad in history? Mike, you are up.
I got an explanation for my vote. Purple Rain compared to Sister Christian is not a rock ballad.
So due to production and length of song, Mike's going Sister Christian. Tommy?
I think Purple Rain is definitely a rock ballad. Yeah, it's really hard. Just like I said earlier, you know, Sister Christian is just one of those songs, man, that just sticks in your head. But I'm gonna go Purple Rain. I'm just it's kind of hard to go against Prince.
Tommy said he's not motoring. He's picking Purple Rain.
Oh, what?
It is a hard one. You know, I don't like this decision. But I'm gonna go with some Night Ranger because it is iconic, and Purple Rain is just such a killer song, and man, you just feel it when it's playing it. But yeah, rock ballads, and you're right, Tommy. That is absolutely rock. You know, because I put Prince up as a guitarist against just about anybody.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
We got 2 votes, Night Ranger, 1 vote Prince. Really, really tough decision for me. I mean, it's hard to do one or the other. It's hard just to play that solo he's playing, and it's hard to hit those high notes, and yet that guy's doing both at the same time.
It's like he plugs the guitar into his soul.
Right.
And just lets it go on stage. I mean, the guy is just fantastic, man.
I'm going to go Purple Rain. So that means we have a tie for the greatest rock ballad of all time. 2 votes Night Ranger, 2 votes Prince. So we're going to the charts. So
As the time comes, Sister Christian.
Purple Rain. Purple Rain's highest chart performance. Let me find Purple Rain here.
It's got to be number one.
That was number one.
Gotta be.
Is number 2. Number 2.
No kidding.
It reached number 2 on the Billboard charts. That's the highest position Purple Rain made it to, was number 2. Sister Christian. Let me find you, Sister Christian.
Those come out about not too far apart.
Sister Christian's highest chart peak performance was number 5. So Purple Rain wins the contest.
And disagree.
Yeah.
Clap it up, Mike Watts.
Well
Clap,
done.
Mike. Clap, Mike. Give Prince some love.
So, neither song was a number 1 hit.
Which is
That's
amazing.
crazy. Yeah, I can't believe Purple Rain wasn't number 1.
Nah, I can't.
Number 2 on the chart, Sister Christian, number 5.
Number 2 in the
Wow.
charts, number
Christian
1 in
got
our hearts.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Man, I thought Sister Christian's going to win the whole thing.
I did too. When I saw number 2, I said, I'm pretty sure Sister Christian went to number 1.
Oh, man.
Pretty sure of that. But it says number 5.
Because MTV played that doggone video at least 4 times
Sure
a
that
day.
went number 1.
Yeah, nonstop.
And the one song that the video they rarely ever played was Sentimental Street, which was just as good a song, you know.
Yeah. So the song that spent the most weeks on the highest position in the chart, I told you earlier, was Yesterday and Every Breath You Take, that spent 8 weeks at number 1 each. And the lowest ranking song in this tournament was God Only Knows by the Beach Boys, which came in at number 39.
Good. At least Kiss beat the Beach Boys.
So I don't know if you know, Mike, but Beth reached number 7 on the chart. That's the highest.
That's pretty damn good, Peter.
Yeah. Well, I want to thank you guys for joining us today. Another great show. So, yeah, thank you guys. And remember to rock and roll all night and watch Kiss and Tell podcast every day. See you guys later.